Welcome to the tutorial for printing statements in PestPack. In this training video, we will review what statement printing settings are available and how to use the statement report. Begin by selecting the Printer Setup option from the company menu. Once in the Printer Setup screen, scroll down to the area labeled Statement Defaults. Clicking on the standard drop-down menu gives you several statement forms to choose from: plain paper, pre-printed laser, full-size dot matrix, self-mailer, or 7-inch dot matrix. After you select which type of format you'll be using, there are several options you can enable or disable to alter what information is printed on your statements. If you are using the plain paper or pre-printed form, turning on the barcode option will print a barcode encoded with the customer's bill to number on each statement. Turning on the company header or branch header option will allow your company's name and address to be printed in the upper left-hand corner of each statement. If you are using the plain paper or pre-printed forms, you will have the option of printing your company logo in place of the company or branch header on each statement. You can refer to the Help menu on this page to get additional information about uploading your company logo into PestPack. By enabling the Service Address option, your customers' location addresses will be printed on each statement along with their bill-to addresses. This can be a useful feature if you have customers who pay to have more than one location serviced by your company. The Print on Email Statements options work the same as those listed above, but are only used when emailing a customer a copy of his or her statement. The next group of options is used to control what message appears at the bottom of your statements. Choosing the Aging Days Message option will instruct PestPack to print a message on each customer's statement based on how past due the account's balance is. In the text boxes below, you may add the messages to use if your customer's balance is current, more than 30 days past due, more than 60 days past due, or more than 90 days past due. Choosing the second option, Billing Message, will instruct PestPack to check each customer's bill-to address for a unique billing message to be printed. If no message is found, the program will default back to the appropriate Aging Days message. The final option for Collection Stage Messages may only be used if your company has purchased the Advanced Collections Management module. The function of that module is covered in a separate training video. At the bottom of the Statement Defaults section is a group of settings labeled Alignment Options. These settings are used to make minor adjustments to any of the dot matrix forms and should be left at the default values unless otherwise instructed by a Marathon Data Systems representative. After making any changes to your statement default settings, remember to click the Save button at the top of the screen. To begin printing, select Statements from the Reports menu. The appearance of the statement printing screen is similar to that of many of the reports in PestPack. The search criteria are in the upper left-hand area of the page. Various options and filters appear on the right, and sorting options are available on the bottom of the screen. By using the search criteria on the left-hand side of the page, you can print statements for a specific customer's account, branch, division, or account type. You may also search for accounts that were invoiced within a particular date range or that received their last statement on a certain date. On the right-hand side of the screen, there are additional search criteria and filters that are more commonly used for statement printing. If you enter values for minimum aging days and minimum balance, statements will be printed only for customers with past due balances on their accounts. By unchecking any of the credit status options, you will be excluding customers in that category from receiving a statement. The Age From setting is important because it instructs PestPack about whether it should look at the invoice date or payment terms to determine how past due an account's balance is. At the bottom of the right-hand column are several options that will allow additional information to be printed onto each statement. Show Service Address in Detail will print the customer's location address in addition to his or her bill-to address on each statement. Hide Service Descriptions will prevent a description from being printed next to each invoice number. Print Balance as Running Total will print a cumulative total for each successive invoice on the right-hand side of the customer's statement. Apply Finance Late Charges causes a small finance charge to appear on each customer's statement. The amount of this charge is determined by your company's finance charge rate, the customer's account balance, and how long that balance has been outstanding. It's important to note that this option does not actually create a debit on the customer's account. If the customer chooses to pay this charge, an invoice for this amount will have to be created when the payment is received. The Update Last Statement Date and Log Mailings options will update the customer's account to note the date on which this batch of statements was printed and mailed. At the bottom of the screen are several text boxes for editing or entering new billing messages. If you chose to enter an aging message on the company setup screen, those messages will be pre-filled here. Once you have entered the criteria you'll be using, click the Display button to preview the statements that will be printed. If you are satisfied with the current selection, close the display window and click Print to begin printing the statements. This concludes the statement printing tutorial. Thank you.